is the frequency in use. All right, it's K4PEW, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Is there any emergency traffic? All right, never is, but if there is, call 911. If you can't do that, just tell us and we'll do it for you. Net may be broken at any time for priority traffic. For information on this net, you can see us right now on, what is a terrible image I have here, my camera won't focus properly, on YouTube. It's 140, I'm sorry, it's just look for K4PEW, my call, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, in the search block on, in the search block for YouTube, and you'll see a really fuzzy image at the moment. And but also you can see us on our some information on Simplex and things related to Simplex on the website 146415.net, 146415.net. You can also go to groups.io, groups.India Oscar, and do a search on MJSS, which stands for Mount Juliet Simplex Society. And you can find us there as well and sign up for email, or at least if you don't want to do that, you can see our net schedule there. And of course, the email system sends out reminders about the nets and also other information as it comes along about the ham radio and what we're doing here in Middle Tennessee. Or you can email me at K4PEW at ARRL.net, NAERRL.net. When net normally eats at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. We've been doing that for about 7.5 years. We are conducting the net, of course, on 146.415 FM Simplex. Tonight we're doing 146.415 Simplex as we are right now, and then we're going to move over to 144.240, and then we're going to move over to 50. That was 144.240 upper sideband, my mistake, and then on to 50.135 upper sideband. And all of those antennas, at least from this, are vertical, although you may have a 6-meter horizontal one, but I can still probably hear you if you've got enough power. On to, okay, and announcements. We have, that's what is mentioned about the nets tonight. We also have a 10-meter net on Sunday night, which is tomorrow. I say we, it's a mid-10 net, it's called. It's done by Mike, KM4YRF, 7:30 p.m. It's on 28.415, and that is at 7:30 p.m. on Sunday. Don't hesitate to be there. It's a good time. And of course, you'll get these reminders if you sign up for the email, so you don't have to listen to me yammer on. No, you listen to it anyway. Does anybody have any other announcements for the net? Please come in. All right, nothing heard. Again, this is February 26th. We're in the net number 774. We're starting from the south, but we're going to take people short on time first. Is there anybody short on time?
Kilo November 4, Mike Papa Victor, Terry in Murfreesboro.
Hey, Terry, you doing well since I talked to you last?
Yeah, I'm probably doing even better than I talked to you last.
I know, I brighten up everybody's day. Don't you know that?
Yeah, you did it. Ain't no doubt in my mind.
Everything is going good though. Is your wife back to square one?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say square one, but maybe 2.5, something like that. But hopefully, over time it'll get a little bit better. But yeah, she's not quite what she were originally before that COVID deal, but not too far yet on that. But hopefully she'll get there.
Yeah, well, I've heard the stories over time about some people have really struggled getting back down to that final stages of getting rid of it. It takes a while, the after effects, I guess.
Yeah, she's having a lot more she has more short windage now, and I do too, actually, but not as much as her. But I've had a lot of fatigue and stuff, and she has too since it and all, and I mean, I don't know, it's just some weird stuff. So I know it does everybody a little different,
Oh, I hear you. If fatigue was COVID, then I've had COVID for about 15 years.
Yeah, I didn't need any added. Let's put it that way.
Well, very good. Anything else for the net, Terry? I know you got to go.
That's it. I just want to tell everybody hello, and I hadn't talked to in a while, and hope you're doing good. Michael, that does the net sometime for you, and I hope he's doing well, and everybody else on here, not just no exclusions. And have a nice weekend, 73. And carry on.
Yeah, very good. That was Terry, KN4MPV. He is in Murfreesboro. Who else is any well, not any place, but anybody else short on time? All right, we'll take any first time check-ins. All righty, we move right along. We're clicking right along. We'll be finished at 8:10. We'll start taking check-ins from the south. Please come in. I think I heard Larry in there, but it was a good double. Was that Kilo? Was that Kilo Bravo 5? Is it Echo Charlie Victor? Do I have that right?
Roger, Roger. The one and only here in Walter Hill. I'd like to say the voice of Walter Hill, but probably not, because I think there's 2 or 3 other transmitters here all in the same proximity. So you have to be Larry Walter Hill.
Oh, very good. Everything going well for you, Larry?
Well, another exciting day in paradise. I wish I could see the sun at some point. I'm not sure what it looks like anymore.
Well, trust me, it'll be back. Well, sometime. I just can't. No guarantees.
Well, this is the weather I expected when I was working up in Montana there for a while. Spring was nothing but overcast for like weeks and weeks, months at a time, until finally the end of June, when summer would start for 6 weeks, you get sunlight. I don't remember being this way 30 years ago when I used to live here.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Would you live there again in Montana?
Yeah, I was there for many, many years up there working there in Texas and a bunch of other places.
I just wondered. I've never been to Montana. I understand it's very nice.
Oh yeah, but 2/3 of the state's all wide open plains, though, so you can see for about 20 miles in any direction until you hit the mountains. Is only just a small part of the state. I guess if you really, really want to see good mountains, probably eastern Washington is going to be your best bet. But I mean, small portion of western Montana, northern Idaho rather, and then eastern Washington, if you say it right, like the locals. That's the wilderness. Holy cow! I lived there briefly too.
Oh wow, is that what they say it? Washington?
Washington. Yeah.
That sounds funny. Of course, nobody in Middle Tennessee talks funny.
Yeah, no. That y'all and southern drawl, that's common folk.
Well, you know what I mean. It seems funny though that it would be so. Well, it's no different than you don't say Louisville in Louisville. Louisville.
Yeah, no, I get it. And then of course Montana.
Oh man, don't get me going. Is Oregon any different?
I didn't really spend any time there. Just went through as quick as I could.
Yeah, I got you. Well, very good. Well, that's true. And I've mentioned it before here, but I lived and I had relatives in Ontario, Canada, and they talk just a little bit different. But you ask somebody where they live in Ontario, and if they live in what you think is Toronto, Toronto, that's not the right. It's Toronto. There's like a vowel missing when they say it.
Yeah, I remember that Toronto.
Well, very good. Anything else for the net, Larry? You sound good.
A whole lot of nada. Just waiting on the sunshine and want to take some vacation time off, but just waiting for a week of sunshine to do it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm waiting for some warmer weather too. I've got some work outside on the house I got to do, and I can't paint when it's 40 degrees.
Roger. That's all I got. Say something, but I couldn't think of it.
All right, very good. There's some interference in there. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, that was Larry in Walter Hill, Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor. Who else is south?
But you already be at.
I'm definitely here. Does anybody else hear that interference in there? How you doing, Eddie?
I'm doing okay. Thanks for doing the net, and just want to check in, and hope everybody else is doing good, and carry on, Paul. No traffic.
Hey, I'm going to get a special dispensation from the White House or Center for Disease Control, and they're talking about having just backing off on all the masks, right? And I presume there's going to be some other things. And I'm going to get them to announce on a national basis that hams can attend ham breakfasts.
Good luck.
Hey, they do all kinds of other dumb things. They can do that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Anyway, that's Eddie in Gladeville. Nothing else for the net, Eddie?
Be it.
All right, very good. Eddie in Gladeville. Whiskey 4, Echo Bravo Extra. Anybody else, Sal?
Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor.
Hello, Larry. How many did you get on the? I didn't hear any activity, but I'm not sure I was paying attention on the D-Star now.
We had 6 check in tonight. Had a good little crowd.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I think the reason it was I switched over to this frequency, and that's why I didn't hear it. I forgot that I was going to monitor it, and I didn't. Well, very good. I'm glad to hear that.
Okay, man. We'll let you get on with it. KE4 SYB.
Very good. That's Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. He had 6 people on the DMR net, which is awesome. And they believe they had 5 or 6 on the Yaesu Fusion net as well. And we had a crappy 3 people on the DMR net. Anyway, that's all good. It's all good. Well, they weren't crappy people. It was just a crappy number. All right, who else is south? Please come down.
KE4 TYJ.
Hello, Jimmy. What's up?
Oh, not much. Yeah, it was a good little group on the D-Star net. Like you said, I think we had 6 people. We ragged you a little while, and people from Donaldson, Rockville, Woodbury, Gladeville. I mean, Eddie was out there. I tell you, it was getting quite the group out there.
Yeah, no, that is good. That is good. We're gonna have to expand your time segment.
We may have to take a whole hour.
That's what I'm saying. But listen, I'm hoping again, we probably will change the time things, and so we can provide more time. And I'm going to be sending out an announcement to 13 or 1400 people to get the word out that there is a DMR and a D-Star net. Because I think that there are D-Star users who are anxious to talk locally, not just in through the internet.
Yeah, while we talk locally, I don't think Tom and I have figured out how to hook our radios up to the internet yet, but we're in no hurry for it. At least I'm not, anyways. All right, everything going well out here in Woodbury. Good to hear, everybody. Good conditions so far tonight. Turn it back over to Net Control, doing a good job there, Mr. Paul, KE4TYJ.
Yeah, very good. That's Jimmy in Woodbury, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Great signal as always. Who else is south?
KM4TM.
Hello, Tom. I haven't talked to you in a couple of days. How you doing?
We're doing just fine, Paul. Real good. It has been a while. Like Jim said, enjoyed the D-Star net. I was one of the D-Starlets that checked in on the D-Star net, and I think a record turnout, like they said. And good evening to you and the rest of the bunch on the group here. Hey, Paul, one quick question. I'm watching you on YouTube, and the picture I see is really fuzzy. Is that something on my end, or is that something on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm selling eyeglasses. Can you need me?
I've got some glasses, but they don't seem to help.
No, I know. No, it's the first time. Apparently, well, I had set up the software for the what do you call it, for the camera, for the video camera, some months ago, and it always stayed focused until today, and I didn't realize it until just moments before the net that it wasn't going to be in focus. So I'm not sure. Maybe I got to whack it a couple of times, but I was going to. It's hard to do software changes in the midst of the net, so we may be stuck with this crappy image. I don't know. I appreciate you pointing out, though. I was embarrassed by it in the first place.
Well, I had to make sure you were thoroughly embarrassed. I'm good for that kind of thing. No, not at all. I didn't know if it was just something strictly that was on my side of things, or if anybody else saw the same thing, or if you even knew about it. And obviously you did. So I can see enough of it to tell what's going on. So that's a good thing. So I was just curious. You know how that is. All right, nothing else here from Rockville. So I'll pass it back to you, Paul. Good evening to you.
See, this is the free version now. If you want the clear version, you have to pay $1 per net. That's a plan, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll buy you a breakfast if I can ever get up there to Mount Juliet if you'll clear it up. How about that?
Well, we're having we had Terry and I talked today, and it's something I've thought of before, but I thought that at least once a month we ought to have a breakfast down in maybe in Murfreesboro every month or two, and have a breakfast up farther north for some of the northern people, and just to make it easier to get to the breakfast.
Yeah, good idea. There's some killer breakfast place down here in Murfreesboro. You got IHOP and you got Cracker Barrel, and there's probably one or two others that I don't even know about. So, yeah, that'd be great. I would put that on my calendar.
Yeah. No, well, I'm gonna say it's a pain. 'Cause, like, obviously I can drive to Murfreesboro for something, and anybody but to drive 40 minutes to have a breakfast and sit down for an hour and a half or two. It's not always the best use of your time, because you're burning up from 7:15 in the morning till noon, going to a breakfast.
Yeah. Well, it's the camaraderie that counts and makes it worth it. I'll tell you a real super quick story. Kathy and I got on a Southwest flight to Austin, Texas, drove an hour to a ham fest, spent the night, drove an hour back to Austin, flew back to Nashville for a ham fest, KM 410.
I know what you mean. I went to one ham fest down in Huntsville. I drove all the way down. What is it, an hour and a half or something? Hour and a half down, hour and a half back. Spent a couple hours there and didn't buy anything.
I actually did buy an HT from the Belton, Texas Ham Fest. I've still got it. As a matter of fact, it's right behind me. It's a little Yazoo Tri-Band VX7R. I love it. And I've had it for, let's see, that was 2007, so you can do the math.
No, I understand. It's all good. It really is. I mean, ham fests aren't just for buying stuff. I mean, it's seeing old friends and seeing people I haven't seen in a long time. So it's always good. Anyway, that was Tom in Rockville, Kilo Mike 4, Tango Mike, with a great signal. And good to have you on the air. Who else is south?
KM4AJL.
Hello, how are you doing, Bob?
Hey, doing great, Paul. Sounding good out there, doing a great job. Everybody I've heard is loud and clear over this way.
Yeah, very good. Well, your antenna's doing a good job down there. It hasn't degraded at all. It didn't degrade with disuse as humans do.
Yeah, right to that. Yeah, hey, I had a quick question for you, Paul.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wednesday night, when you went to the 10-meter net, 28415, I sat here for a pretty good while. I never did hear anything.
It's possible. What antenna are you using?
Well, I got a dipole. It's one of those NI4L.
Yeah, and that's a horizontal dipole, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tough from where you're located. There are even some people that I've talked to in Smyrna and Murfreesboro, just going south. For some reason, that ground wave just does not cut it, and even on vertical, whether vertical or horizontal, to get to me or anybody else. And it's really, I find it odd, but I learned to live with it. I won't get nobody from south on the 10 meter.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I was just going to kind of throw that out there and see if you might know why. But, anyway, yeah, that's all good. But I guess you said 6 meters tonight also, right?
Yep. 6 meters on 50.135 upper side beam.
All right. Very well. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll let you get back at it. Sounding good. And carry on. KM4AJL.
Yeah, very good. That was Bob. Kilo November 4 Alpha Juliet Lima in Las Casas. Las Casas. Is it Las Casas? I don't know if that's supposed to be Spanish, is it, Bob?
Man, I'll tell you what, I don't know if it's Spanish, Indian, or what it's supposed to be. It sounds like I should be out of Texas somewhere, but we call it Las Casas.
All right, sounds good. I thought it was the way it was. I just sounded funny saying Las Casas. Anyway, Bob, Kilo, November 4, Alpha, Juliet, Lima in Las Casas. Who else is south? Anybody else south?
Kilo Oscar 4, Tango Gold X-ray, John about Juliet.
Hey, John, sound good?
Westball.
Yeah, you do sound good, I said.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Everything going okay?
Yeah, good day. What about you?
Yeah, you have to run over to one of those breakfasts we had. We had one this morning over there in Lebanon.
Yeah, I've got, we just started taking care of my father-in-law's little senior care, so tied up in the mornings. But yeah, I'd like to get to one of those events one of these days.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that. I was taking care of my mom and my mother-in-law. My wife and I were. Her mother and my mother both lived with us for about 3 years here in the house, and so they were both. I think it started out in 90. My mother was 80. I gotta think about this. Anyway, around 90 and 92, and they both lived about 3 years here before they passed away. So I know what it means. Your schedule gets a little interrupted.
Yeah, we have to hit you up with some advice on that. It's a whole new world for us. So, nothing to the net. Back to you, Paul.
Very good. That's John here in Mount Juliet. Kilo, Oscar, 4, Tango, Golf, X-ray. Great signal. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad you're doing some good. It's a good thing to be close to your parents and your in-laws. Both parents that are parents and in their old age. They took care of you in your dumb age, so you can. Anyway, who else is south or east?
WA4ZHI. For a big cat.
All right, hold on. I got James in there first, and somebody else that I didn't hear very well. So, how you doing, James? James.
Doing okay. Staying in out of the cold weather and the rain. I didn't really see much rain, just a little bit where it had rained.
Yeah, it was, but it was pretty blistering cool this morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went outside a little while, just for a few minutes, and it was cold.
Yeah, you didn't want to be out there but no shirt on.
Well, I had a shirt and a jacket.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool. It was one of those days when I worked up in the northern climates when I was young, and you'd work outside and you'd put on long underwear and jeans on top of that, and thermal socks and thermal boots, and you look like the Michelin man working outside. Well, you know what I'm talking about up in Chicago where you live.
Oh yeah, it was cold here. So you came down here to feel that cold air again, huh?
Oh yeah, no, it's like I don't really mind the cold too much. I just don't want to work in it full time like I did up there.
How your dogs like it?
Well, the colder it gets, the faster they go out and do their business and want back in.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I know it's kind of funny, really. I can tell how cold it is just by how quick they finish.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that in the cold myself.
No, I've done it. I've done winter camping, and that's not a delightful thing to do outside in the winter. To take off clothes to go to the bathroom is not pleasant.
Yeah, you had to find some other way.
I wish. Anyway, that was James here in Mount Juliet, Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India. Great signal. Been we've been on the net the better part of the 7 years. I can't tell you exactly when. I think it started what when was it after we started? Do you remember?
I can't remember how long ago it was.
I check my notes, but they're not very organized. All right, James. Appreciate you being there. That's Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India. James here in Mount Juliet. Who else is west or east? West or east? No more east?
Whiskey 4, Mike Uniform, Foxtrot. Master Ward, good evening, Paul.
Man, you are late and a dollar short, Richard. Hang on. I got Jimmy ahead of you.
Hey, Paul, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, it's going great. How about you?
Oh, pretty good. You know that you were the featured member on QRZ earlier today, right?
No, that's the second time I got that in the last 10 years, I think.
Yeah, I started up the computer and up comes QRZ. There's your big clip on the face there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's that picture I had there, which you've seen. People would, let's put it this way. I had not met Robin, K4IDC. And we talked on the air a few times, and he says, "Hey, I'm going to have breakfast down the road. You want to meet me there for lunch?" I said, "Sure." He'd never seen me. And so we met, and he goes, "Oh man, you're not as bad looking as that picture." Or not as he meant bad in a like an ornery way. And I said, "Well, I only put that picture up to scare people off."
Well, you got your purpose there, that's for sure.
To scare away women, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, no, that's cool. I didn't know I was up there. They ought to tell you. They ought to send a notice out on this, because how can they do that randomly? And I come up twice, and there's got to be 600,000 hams on that system.
Yep, yes, that's for sure. But I guess it's because you're an impressive ham, huh?
I don't think so. I wouldn't think they couldn't pick me out of a lineup of people like QRZ. I'm pretty sure, because I'm not giving them any special money or attention.
I understand that. Okay, well, back to you there.
Very good. Appreciate the heads up. That was Jimmy, Whiskey 4, Mike, Uniform Foxtrot, and he's in where he is. Oh, he's in northeast Mount Juliet, up there north of the high school. That's Whiskey 4, Mike, Uniform Foxtrot. Who else is east?
Comment.
Hey, go ahead, Mike.
Paul, I believe you had a KM4 VK in there.
Is there a KM4 VK?
KM4 VKX.
Oh, VKX. How you doing tonight?
Fantastic. Just thought I'd jump in this evening.
Well, you jumped in just fine. You doing okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Rearranged the radios a little bit and still trying to navigate through finding the noise, but we're getting closer.
Really? It's really something. It's eluding you, I take it.
Yeah, it is. I realized with all this rain that we had, definitely have one of the balance outside that is somehow gaining a little bit of water inside of it. Figured that one out with some SWR reading, so got some work to do, waiting for the sun to come out, right?
Do you mind whose Ballon was it? Was it brand new?
I bought it brand new, and it was my antennas.
Huh. Usually those, when you put those, and it was a PVC kind of enclosure.
Absolutely, bought directly from them.
Huh. Maybe that should teach all of us a lesson to maybe put some new PVC cement on all the seals. Where the pipe meets the the connector.
Yeah, it's probably a great idea to do that before you put it outside. Just take that extra day and make sure you seal it up well before you go mount it, right?
Yeah, I guess you should take nothing for granted and that kind of stuff.
No, and it's an easy application to a lesson learned in this situation.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, Andrew. Man, that's a good, that's a great tip, by the way. I hadn't thought about that myself. I just put 2 new Ballons out there.
Yeah, well, so far I'm 2 for 2 for failures for my antennas, so I won't be purchasing from there again.
Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't think everybody's had that, but it only takes one time.
Yeah, well, this is too. The other one, there was a rattle in the Ballon box, and definitely had SWR issues on transmitting one tune. Ended up contacting the gentleman. He didn't want to do anything to try and fix the problem.
Oh, I tell you what, there's only one thing worse than product problems, and that's customer service problems.
Absolutely. Did I mention I won't be purchasing anything from my antennas again?
You did mention that twice now. Yeah, no, I'm sorry to hear that.
All right, just wanted to make sure I was clear. Yeah, no, it's okay. I thought ham radio was going to be a lot simpler, but I've learned that there's a lot of problem solving and troubleshooting that goes into this.
And some head scratching too.
Yeah, a whole lot of that. When I ever do figure out what this noise issue is, I'll be happy to share it.
Yeah, no, that'll be interesting. Like I said, keep us posted, because it's to have an elusive noise problem is it's annoying, and it prevents you from doing what you want to do.
Absolutely. Well, the good news is I was able to enjoy watching my son collect 50 DX QSOs today. Got Lithuania for the first time, so he had a successful day on the air.
Cool. That's great. Yeah, Lithuania is kind of a tiny place.
Yeah, and pegged off Ukraine before they ended up having their shutdown for amateur radio use, so that was cool too.
Oh wow, I guess that is a feat. The guy wasn't troubled by the being on the air.
No, he actually did it earlier in the week before they were told not to transmit anymore.
Well, I meant in the sense of an impending disaster.
Well, what do you do? We could say that there's impending issues coming this way too, right?
Oh yeah, it's very troubling because it's like I heard, I forget who it was that said it, but he says, I thought these kind of issues were behind us in the world where there's people attack other people.
Yeah, well, hopefully someday we'll get there, right?
Yeah, well, I don't think so. Humans are kind of flawed, I think. Especially, let's put it this way, when there's, and I think you'll understand what I'm saying, is countries like that are communist in nature, they have an odd set of morals that seem to move around.
Well, I haven't met a perfect, sinless human being yet. I most certainly am not one of them, and I think there's only one resolution for it. It's Jesus, but we can talk about that later, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you. I just when you don't have a fixed set of moral values, this is the kind of stuff you get away with. Anyway, that's just my little pulpit thing. You have to have some fixed moral values where it's not such a good idea and just go in and decide you want to take a country over and kill people in the process. Anyway, that's Andrew. He is over there in Brentwood. Yes, at Brentwood. And that was Kilo Mike 4, Victor Kilo X-ray. Yeah, let us know about that noise issue. I'm interested in knowing. I'm sure everybody else is too. Or another tip, Anyway, who else is east?
Hey, just correct that. It's Kilo November, not Mike. And otherwise, you got the name of the city right. Well done.
It's funny because I was looking right at the November and said Mike. All right, very good. Yeah, just get my old age. Who else is east?
Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo. Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo. Good evening.
Hey, Richard. Good to see you at breakfast this morning.
Well, I'm sorry I got to LA, but I at least made it, I hope. I enjoyed it, and I like going to Shawnee because I think I like their breakfast.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, you're coming in late like that. You missed the fact that we had Gigaparts in a way giving away new radios. I'm sorry you missed it.
And I believe that one.
Okay, back to the series that used to be on TV, Get Smart. Would you believe there was a guy in there giving away Tootsie Rolls?
I believe that. Where was the fella you was just talking to? I mean, I know he's in Brentwood, but what's he talking on?
I'm not sure I know. Are you still there, Drew? Which radio you're talking on? Which antenna? No, Freddie backed away. Well, let's see if he says here on this, look on his website. No, I don't know what he would necessarily be using, but I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe we'll find out. You can email him. He's on the web, KN4BKX. You can ask him.
Well, the reason I'm asking because he was putting a full signal on me from Brentwood, and he's going way past me, just as loud and clear as he could be.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's must be a good path between Brentwood and you, obviously.
And with that, man, he was blowing me out up here, though. Carry on. Thank you for what you do, and I'll let you when I can. KI4SIB 73.
Very good. That's Richard, KI4SIB, and his bride is checking in too. Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo. Stephanie. Who else is south or east? Hello, semi-stranger. What's up there, Mr. Earl? I haven't heard from you in a while.
Not much. Just pacing the floor and walking the yard, and I had me some overalls and a little bit more effort. Been a good day to get out there and do some chainsawing, but anyway, never could get those to add up to get her done. So I was just leaving it on my thing to do this.
Yeah, this kind of weather makes you change your mind in a hurry.
Yeah, especially when like you said, this kind of weather. But anyway, everybody's out there doing well, and I'm doing well, and trying to. I think I'm getting back to the. Well, my voice is still a little bit anyway, we'll catch you, Paul. Everyone else out there when we can. Different day, a different way, or maybe a different day in the same old way. KE4DZ73.
Yeah, I'm with you, Earl. I don't know that I've ever met a person who enjoys listening to themselves, and that includes me. I mean, I put up with it, but I don't like listening to it. It's really funny how we get used to hearing ourselves internally, but we don't hear it the same way that other people hear it.
Yeah, you think maybe that's why our ears are so close to our mouth with I don't know, maybe it's the internal vibration of the woofer or something, or the tweeters that makes it, sound hunky-dory to us, like you said, inside, internally. This, that crap on the tape or uh, video or whatever way, it's sometimes annoying.
Yeah, no, I got you. It's confusing to me how because again we're hearing it not only through our own ears, but we're hearing it because of the vibrations in our throat that are going up into that bone structure in the inside our head. So it sounds different, when we're hearing ourselves.
Yeah, it's trying setting a transmit uh, audio equalizer and things like that. If it wasn't for the meters, this, that, and other, the headset, even the headset don't sound, exactly the way it's being transmitted or received on the other end. I found that out. So, but anyway, it's another another day of the living American dream. If there's even still one of those out there.
Well, as long as you don't go out in the general public, and as long as you can get along with in your own home, we seem to have all the freedoms we need, but you can't just do it out in public, unfortunately.
Yeah, the big. I seen where 231 is getting kind of developed a little bit closer uh, east over here. Things this, that, and other. Man, Mount Juliet. My niece started working up there at one of them places off Beckworth Road or Beckwith, however you pronounce that. And that's what it was when I first went down there. Now they've got it. Go one way, it's Beckwood Road. Go the other way, it's Golden Bear Gateway. So it's kind of like, and that's between the 109 and the Mount Juliet Road exit there. It's kind of, man, oh man. And they're still building, plowing and digging dirt around that area.
Oh, I know. It's going to get worse. Like I said, there'll be people climbing all over your backyard pretty soon looking for property.
Oh, they're doing that already, wanting to buy me out. But they don't got enough. To buy me out, they're going to have to replace what I got, what I want before they can buy me out. If, they're going to have deeper pockets than I got. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, exactly. There was an article in the Nashville paper a few days ago. It might have been on Sunday. It said, not on what day it was, I really don't remember, but it said home equities are really rising rapidly. On home equity. And so here's what you can do. Here are the options for home equity, and well, there's only one. There's two actually. You can stay where you are, or you can sell and then move to a cheaper place for land.
Yeah, what would that be? Alaska or out in the desert somewhere?
Well, it's somewhere not around Nashville, that's for sure. Well, anything else for the net there, Earl?
No, that's about it for me. I heard through the grapevine a few months ago they was going to improve the 840 and the 109 entrance and exit ramp there. But I ain't seen them start doing anything. That place is
Yeah, very good, Earl. That's Earl, Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu, and he's in Noreen, just east of the Cedars of Lebanon Park. Who else is east?
Whiskey 8, Papa Lima Alpha, Philip in Lebanon.
Hey, Philip, it was good to meet you this morning and get to see you as well. So how you doing?
Oh, doing fantastic. Yeah, it's good to meet everybody this morning. I think I counted about 10 of us. Seemed like a really good group of guys. I had a question. It was about an antenna. And you're on YouTube. And by the way, your YouTube picture is cleared up. You're in perfect focus. Um, Obviously, the higher up an antenna, the better. But what would be an advantage or disadvantage of a shorter or longer antenna?
Well, the longer the antenna in terms of wavelengths. In other words, depending on which antenna you have, I say longer. When you have multiple stacked antennas, so to speak, when they have the I'll get my terms straight, but you'll have a collinear. In other words, like some antennas, there's two 5/8 wave antennas, one stacked on top of the other, for to make a 2 meter, for instance, vertical. But the longer, the taller the antenna, the better. And obviously, the other part of that equation is getting it up as high as possible. And I think, did you have some restrictions there?
No, I don't have any restrictions. I've got my antenna now is in the attic. Obviously, I don't want to go any longer than the space I have in the attic, but I'm not opposed to putting something on the outside of the house eventually. But yeah, that's good to know. So higher up, the better, and the longer the antenna, the better.
Oh, absolutely. Just to give you an example, there was a dramatic difference to where I am. I, I didn't get it any higher, but that when I put up a replaced, I think about this for a second. The one antenna I had, and I don't remember exactly, I think it was three 5/8 wave antennas, that are collinear, I believe it was. And it had an 8.2 dBi gain on a 17.5 foot antenna. Well, I bought a 24-foot tall antenna. It's four 5/8 waves stacked, one stacked on top of the other, collinearly, as they say. And the difference in that ultimately 6.5 feet, and the difference in having that additional antenna structure dramatically changed how much I could receive. It was just unbelievable.
Oh, well, thanks for that information. I'm looking here at Diamond's chart. I was looking at an X50NA, and it's about 5.6 feet long, and then you jump down to the X200A, it's 8.3 feet long, and the cost difference is not that much difference, and that was why I was wanting to know the answer to that question.
Oh, absolutely. And if you can, again, we were talking about saving up. If you could swing that, I would say for an end user, besides net control, the absolute best bang for the buck is either the 300, that X300, or the X510. The X510 I've seen sold for around $190, and the X300 is much less than that. But I don't remember how much.
Oh, well, thanks for the information. Like I said, it was nice meeting everybody this morning. I'm continuing to study for the amateur extra test. I'm feeling more and more confident every hour, so I may try to knock that thing out here before too long. But other than that, I've got nothing else. Good seeing everybody. Hope everybody out there is doing good. The MP3's all W8PLA. Back to the best.
Very good. That's Philip in Lebanon. That's Whiskey 8 Papa Lima Alpha. Antenna in the attic, but he's doing fine and hoping to do better as he progresses. Not hoping, it'll get better if you get a better antenna, believe me, and higher. Who else is east or north?
KB9RKK.
Hello, Frank. Sorry you couldn't make the breakfast this morning.
Yeah, couldn't do it. I was planning to come, and then something came up. Had to go to the bank, so couldn't do it.
Yeah, nobody goes to the bank anymore, man.
Yeah, I went to 3 different banks.
Oh, man, that's a problem all by itself.
Yeah, I finally figured out what happened. I got a mystery check in the mail. Like, what the heck is this? And then finally, all of the bankers couldn't answer it, but a teller knew the answer. And I'm like, figures.
That's pretty common though. Although let's do this. If you went to your company's I don't know what structure you're in, but let's say the top man in your company in the United States, who can better answer detailed questions?
Oh, the workers. Yeah, I know. I get you. I guess I didn't apply the same logic I use at work in this better.
No, it's well, you know the deal. I mean, if when I would go into a customer's property trying to figure stuff out about who shot John and where the best bathrooms are, and the details, technically anyway, and how the plant operated, I often went to the janitor. He knew more than the general manager.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, no, it was a simple little mistake on our end. Banks will use other banks, and we tried to do an online payment, and they ended up sending us a check for the same amount we paid, and then realized, oh, we didn't edit the address, so we sent it to ourselves.
Oh, it's that's funny. Yeah, I've done not that, but I've done dumb things to it. It's amazing how you can get confused in this day. How quickly you can screw things up on a computer.
Right, and what was crazy is basically Regions uses Wells Fargo to write the check, even though they're a bank themselves. It's the goofiest thing I ever seen.
Oh, that's wild. No wonder you're confused.
I'm like, why is Wells Fargo sending me money? I don't have a Wells Fargo account. And why is it addressed to my mortgage? But it's got our address. So we go to our bank, Regions are like, we have never seen this. This looks fraudulent. I don't know what this is. Go to the Wells Fargo. Well, it's a good check, but I can't answer any questions because you're not the payee or the person paying. I'm like, but it's our money. I go back to your bank. Go to the other branch, and the teller's like, let me see that. Oh, this is what happened. Give me your phone. Blah blah blah. I'm like, awesome. Thank you so much.
That's funny. That's that was that almost sounds like that's just creepy, man. That happened that way. Anyway, you got anything else for the net there, Frank?
No, I was just gonna end it. So when you guys are talking about the antennas, the 510, that's what I got, and it works really good. But um, yeah, having an extra, it's not just the gain. Sometimes gain is good, but sometimes the capture is just having more physical receive out there is what makes the big difference. You can't. It's not always that DB. It's just having that extra structure, like you said.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's like I said, that's why I balked, and I've said the story before, but when I had the 8.2, whatever it was, and here I was the 9.3, it was on the new antenna, the 400, well, it wasn't 400 then, it was 390 something, 390. And, you go, is it worth $390 for 1 dB? And I finally said, okay, I'm just getting it. I don't care. It doesn't make any difference. I'm broke anyway. I get it, and I go, I can't believe the difference it made. It was just phenomenal. It was so noticeable as to be silly. And I thought, yeah, the DBI is just a reference point.
Yeah, and then you got to be careful. If you're in a hole, you don't want one of those because if you can't get it up high, it actually hurts you because what the collinear does is it actually brings the angle of radiation down more and more and more. So, if you got to get over a hill, then if you're in a city in a mobile talking to a repeater, you want a quarter wave. Everything's relative. But for what we're doing, yeah, absolutely, the biggest one, highest up as you can.
Well, that's partially because this antenna does so well where I am because I'm at one of the highest points well, generally speaking, in the terrain around.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name, but we did have a ham on here that it actually got worse when he got a bigger antenna, but he was kind of in a hole, and that's what will happen sometimes. Sometimes you can't put too much gain if you can't get it up high enough. Same thing if the repeater's way up there and the city's way down there, then they have to use antennas with down tilt on them just to make sure that it goes down into the valley.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, very good. That was Frank. He's here in northwest Wilson County. Well, northwest, actually, technically in northwest Mount Juliet. And that's Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. It's good signal as always to me, but it's easier to me from you. Who else is east or north?
WV0NOL for November.
I heard one that ended in November, but hold on. We had Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Oscar, how you doing, Mark?
Good. Everybody sounding good tonight. Frank about blew me out again. So, really don't have anything to report.
Well, the only caveat to living so close to Frank is don't wear headphones.
That's a good idea. I don't anyway. Not much.
Well, very good. You and your wife doing okay? Fully recovered?
Pretty much. And she's on the other end of the house tonight, so we don't have to contend with her.
Well, thank goodness for that. Don't tell her I said
Yeah. Hope I didn't leave a talking head down at the other end.
that. She's probably watching it on the portable TV.
Yeah, probably is. All right, we'll carry on. Good talking to you, WB0LF.
Very good. That's Mark. He's in Northwest Wilson County. Whiskey Bravo Zero, November, Oscar, Oscar. Who was the ending in November station?
Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Danny and Gallatin.
Oh, Danny, how are you?
Alrighty.
I don't remember. What kind of antenna are you using up there in Gallatin?
Right now it's a discount, but on 10 meters it was at 40-meter dipo.
Ah, okay. No, you're doing good with the disco. The disco is great if you have any amount of elevation. You're going to have trouble getting out too far because of it's just not a very high gain antenna. I mean, it's great for receiving.
Right. Yeah, there's a couple of them in there about blow me away.
I'm sure it is. You remember what? I bet you Frank was one of them, the last guy. I mean, two guys ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, very very much so. Those discos are great. I've got one myself, and they work great.
Yeah. I never did catch your call.
Oh, it's Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey.
Alrighty. I was going to look up the YouTube, but I couldn't ever catch your call.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, just look that up. Don't ever hesitate to jump in there and ask. Was that your first time you've been on the air? I don't remember.
I just found out about the Simplex Net, and so I don't know anything. I just seen you listed a bunch here, so I was going to try.
Oh yeah, no, I'm glad you're in there. Like I said, we've been doing this here for about 7.5 years, so it's kind of old hat to most of us here. But I'm glad you're here. We love new people jumping on the net.
Right. Well, I've been out probably for 10 years, so there's lots changed.
Oh yeah, the one thing that hasn't changed is hams tend to be people who like to meet other people and be helpful and gregarious and out to have a good time, not to cause a bunch of problems.
Right.
Well, very good. Glad you're there. And how long have you lived in Gallatin?
Since 73, 12 years old.
Oh, wow. So you really know how much Gallatin's changed. I've only been here 10 years, and everything's changed in the 10 years I've been.
Oh, yes. You used to be able to drive down the street and know everybody you passed. Might know their name, but you know who they were. But now you don't know anybody.
Yeah, that's the real problem with growth is things become impersonal in a lot of ways.
Yes.
And that's, hate to say it, but it's just inevitable. I mean, I went home to my hometown back in 2009. I hadn't lived there since 1968. And the town had shrunk by over 50% because the industry went to hell. And I actually liked it better because the town shrunk. There was less traffic. I knew a lot of people who still lived there, and it was a lot more. I go to the grocery store and I'd meet five old friends of mine. It was like old home week all the time.
Right. Yeah, I know. I'm not hardly hearing anybody that I knew back when I was in there before. So, it's been a new learning curve.
Well, I think over time it will probably improve. We've got 192 people on the mailing list here. I think it's 192, and I probably have only met, I'm going to say half of them maybe, because a lot of them don't come to the meeting, our breakfast. And that's all good. Don't get me wrong. It's just, so there may be some guys in here that you don't you may already know.
Yeah. I heard one man there right off the bat that I knew who was, but I couldn't remember his call. But Eddie, I remember him from before.
Oh yeah, Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, Eddie's been around a long time. Yeah, he grew up in this area.
All righty. Well, I'm going to step back here and let somebody else get in.
Very good, Danny. Don't hesitate on that groups page, groups.io. You can sign up for the email list if you want, or you can. Is your email good on QRZ?
I believe it is. Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'll do this. If your email's on there, I'll just send you an invite to join the group, and we'll go from there. That'd be great. It's nothing, no obligation. Obviously, we don't even have dues. We don't have anything. It's just guys showing up on the net and showing up for breakfast to have a good time. So I'll send you an email, and we'll go from there. Thanks for being there, Danny. That was Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November, and he's in Gallatin. Been there most of his life. That's cool. Who else is east or north? I didn't have any audio in it. One more time. Anybody? Somebody I think tried to check in. Go ahead. Nothing east or north. No. I think that was Kilo Oscar 4 Victor Sierra Delta. Is that right? The Kilo Oscar 4 station again. I couldn't hear you very well.
KO4VSE.
Yes, Victor Sierra Delta, correct? Oh boy, my ears are really bad today. Sorry about that. How you doing tonight?
Doing good. Just checking in from Hendersonville.
Oh yeah, you're doing fine from Hendersonville. Yeah, refresh my memory which antenna are you using up there. Where are you located in Hendersonville? I mean, close to the lake or far from the lake?
Yeah, I'm the guy with the headphone. I'm over here by Creekwood, by the marina.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that. I've never had an headphone, and they're great antennas, but they're not great for simplex, as we discussed. That's the only hesitation. Again, we were talking. If you heard us talking earlier, the taller the more elements in an antenna in height, and for higher capture area and higher transmit, it works out all for the better. But no, the Ed Fong is a great antenna. Otherwise.
Yeah, here pretty soon when it warms up, I want to put a tower in. I got access to a 40-foot and a 20-foot. I'm in a valley down here, so once I get that up, I should do a whole lot better.
I still messed up. When you said your call, I must have wrote it down wrong again. When you said Kilo Oscar 4, is it not Victor Sierra Delta or Echo?
Victor Sierra Echo.
When you corrected me, I wrote it down in the wrong place and where that echo belonged. I'm sorry about that. But no, yeah, that's great being having a tower. You're going to really kick butt with a tower.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the weather to get better and start making the plan.
Yeah, no, it's. I know what you're talking about. It's not a whole lot of fun working out in cold weather, or just the bad weather like it's been recently. Because I think we've had enough rain to last us a couple of years.
Oh yeah, I've been having to keep an eye out on my sump pump underneath the house. I've had to double them up here the last couple of days. It just doesn't stop around here.
Wow, you actually have to have a sump pump on the underside of the home, huh?
Unfortunately, I'm just in a very low spot. All my neighbors are above me.
Wow, yeah, that's awesome. You go by Mike or Michael?
Michael.
Okay, very good. So I'll make sure. Sometimes, very many times, I can guess wrong because sometimes if they don't say it in their biography on QRZ, it comes, I don't, sometimes people use their middle name and I don't know that. And nobody knows it for that one.
Yeah, I haven't updated or I haven't even logged into QRZ yet. So, yeah, I might end up making that profile tonight.
Oh, cool. No big deal. I just was curious. That's all. Like I said, I hate to guess and I hate to get names wrong. I hate to get calls wrong, but I'm fallible, Well, anyway, good to have you in there, Mike. Michael, this is was Kilo Oscar 4 Victor Sierra Echo in Hendersonville. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere?
You forget the west?
No, I guess. Oh, that's right. We started south and west. Please come up.
AM4YRF Mike in Belshire.
Just got to keep me straight. That's how you doing, Michael? How many people did we have? We had 6 or 5 on Yaesu Fusion.
We had 5. I was hoping for 6.
Oh yeah, well, that'll all come with time. I used to say that when I started this net, and we only had 4.
Well, I mean, as long as we have somebody other than me, I'm happy. But you know, the more numbers you have, the better it makes you feel.
Oh yeah, well, it's good to have other people to talk to too. To sit there and talk to yourself isn't any fun.
Well, I talk to myself all the time because you know sometimes I need expert advice.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And yet we still make errors.
Yes, we do. Well, listen, I had a great time at the breakfast this morning. Enjoyed meeting Philip and well, I done forgot the other guy's name, but and it was just a great time when we get together and can share information and ideas and stuff.
Yeah, that was LaSalle. That's what you forgot.
Yeah, maybe it was Ken, the guy that sat directly across from me. I, uh, I just went blank.
Well, there was Philip, and then there was LaSalle. Who else?
Well, it was the guy to Philip's right.
Now you got me going. Who was who? I thought that was LaSalle. Maybe not.
Oh, I mean his other right.
Oh, it's other right. Oh man, why did you say that? I'm trying to remember who was there. That's horrible. Memory's going bad. Somebody's gonna have to tell me who that was. Philip, do you remember?
Yes, sir. That was Richard. LaSalle was to my right, and then Richard came in late, and then Richard changed places. Richard. Yeah, I'm talking about on the other side. Oh, to my left. I don't remember what that gentleman's name was.
Oh, you're talking about Lee. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yes, Lee.
Very good. Yeah, that's nice. That's the first time I think he showed up at a breakfast. He's very active in the Nashville club, and he also checks into that Cheatham Monday night now.
Okay, I'll have to listen to him. Had a great time talking with Mike. It's the first time we've been able to talk very much one on one, and had a good time with that. Just the breakfast thing is really good. I'm glad that you do that. I guess I have nothing further, so back to Net.
All righty. That was Michael, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. He's in Bellshire. Anybody else, Wes?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
Oh, Jack, glad you were there this morning.
Yeah, it was good to see everybody, and I want to invite Earl to the D-Star Net 7:15. Earl, if you care to.
Yeah, that's right. I forget he has D-Star.
Yeah, we had a good time tonight. There were plenty of us.
Oh, yeah. I just hope. I'm sure there's more. And that's why I say I think it's an untapped area because there's a lot of D-Star people that got nowhere to talk Simplex.
Yeah, that's true. Well, thanks for doing that, Paul. I'll get out of the way and let some others check in. That's 73, everybody.
Very good. That's Jack. He is in Donaldson. It's Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is West?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo Greg and Antioch.
All right, Greg. It's the second or third time today. You're still doing okay?
I'm doing good. We got more to come.
Oh yeah. We got to move along here. Actually, everything else well?
Yeah, it is. Did you hear the music being broadcast about a minute before you started the net?
Yes, I did. And it's well, we'll get it figured out sooner or later.
Okay, yeah, very good. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. I don't even. I think that might have been just somebody in a mistake because it wasn't the typical. The volume on the other troubling stuff wasn't even close to that.
Could be. I'm on my way to work this morning. Somebody was transmitting on 146.58 with a heavy Mexican, like Hispanic dialect, and no IDing going on. So I don't know what that was about.
Somebody found a bowfang in the trash.
That's what it sounds like.
All right, very good. Well, okay, that was Greg. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. He's in Antioch. Anybody else? West? Anybody, anyplace, anywhere?
W4 November football. Beat at the bar. You probably get me out for that. KB5 easily.
Hold on 1 second, Zach. Larry, what did you say?
Yeah, sorry about that. I was just saying, so instead of eating for breakfast, I could probably get out of the house if you wanted to meet at the bar somewhere at one evening.
Not everybody has that liberty, Larry.
Just an idea. Give me no idea.
No, I hear you. That's very good. How you doing, Zach? Yo, Zach, Whiskey 4 November Pop.
David in the White House.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had the wrong call connected to the wrong, right call connected to the wrong person. That's what sorry about that, David.
You had the hip bone connected to your elbow bone or something there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Well, he has, as I think about this just a little more clearly, his is Tango, Papa.
Ah, yeah. Well, honest mistake. Anybody can make that there. But anyway, just tuned in. I was trying to make it in before the alligators got here.
Well, you managed. You managed just barely, though. I don't know who else is out there, so I might be wrong. But everything going well for you? You sound good up there, David.
Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, everything's going well. Went to a funeral home this morning to a silent key. Passed away here a couple days ago. His name was Eddie, and his call was AC4TN.
Yeah, I don't think I knew him. If anybody knows AC4T, and they probably already know that he passed away, but just thought I'd mention that. Alpha Charlie 4 Tango November Eddie passed away, and his funeral was today.
Yep. So I just wanted to mention that, and give a shout out to him, if you will, there. So, but that's about all I got. Like I said, just tuned in, and hope everybody's doing well. 7-3 to everyone on the net. Thanks for doing the net.
Yeah, very good. I'll just do that tribute I heard Richard do on another on a net that was good for silent keys, and that's you proceed this way. It's Alpha Charlie 4 Tango November. This is K4PW. Alpha Charlie 4 Tango November. This is K4PW. Alpha Charlie 4 Tango November. This is K4PW. Nothing heard. May you rest in peace. This is K4PW. Anything else for the net, David?
About wraps it up for tonight.
Very good. Now that's kind of I like that little tradition, just simply because they're no longer on the air. We don't hear.
Yeah, I really appreciate you, taking the time and doing that. It means a lot.
Ah, very good. I'm glad. I'm sorry about your loss and his loss, obviously his family's loss, but I just, it's funny how you hate to lose. I've never met the guy, I don't think, unless I met him at a ham fest somewhere in the last 10 years. But I always hate to have a ham, we're losing usually a resource when we're losing a ham.
Well, it's very likely. He was pretty active around in the ham community as far as the ham fest and stuff like that. He frequented Cave City and the one down south of y'all down there. I forget what city that is. And he used to go to several.
Yeah, I'll have to look him up. I guess I did. I wouldn't know him well though. But anyway, I will look that up. Appreciate you being there, David. Appreciate you telling me about that, or us about that. That was Whiskey 4 November Papa. That's David in White House. Who else is any place anywhere?
Kilo November 4, KM4 MXD, Clinton, Old Hickory.
Hold on, Old Hickory. I think I heard Kilo November 4 Tango. I forget the call. Rex, what's your call again? I've already got all mixed up here. Kilo November 4. What is it?
Tango Juliet Foxtrot TJF.
Yeah, I'm starting to get befuddled here with all the calls here. So you doing, Rick? You doing all right?
I'm doing great. Sad to miss breakfast this morning, but my thoughts were with you guys and envious of y'all eating all the pancakes.
Well, I told you what you missed today, right?
No, I don't think you did.
Oh, yeah. Gigapart showed up and was giving away radios to all of us.
Oh, my. Of course, that would be the day I had to miss. Well, dang it.
In fact, they give you a choice. They brought the truck.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to call them up.
Anyway, did that to a guy one time. He left the ham fest before the drawing, the drawing for the prize, and we got on the air later in the evening. And I said, "Man, it's too bad you left the ham fest early." He goes, "Well, why is that?" I said, "Because you won the $10,000 radio. You weren't there." He was fit to be tied.
I'm sure he was. Oh my God, that's hilarious. So, yeah, that would be me. I mean, in real life, I'd leave 5 minutes early and they would call my number.
Very good. Anything else for the net there, Rick?
No, nothing. Except we appreciate what you do, Paul. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. There was Rick. He's in Ashland City area. Ashland City, kind of. It's that's Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. I think I heard KN4 MXE. Is that the right call?
Kilo Mike 4, Mike X-ray Echo Clinton Old Hickory. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kilo Mike 4. That's right, not Kilo November. How you doing over there in Old Hickory?
Oh, just busy. I missed breakfast this morning. My water heater decided to turn into its own version of Old Faithful. But I've been dealing with that. I'm glad Wes was at the end of the list tonight. But otherwise in a hurry, so I'll pass back over.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I've been down that road a couple of times in my lifetime. Water heaters aren't fun to lug around or install, and also clean up after. Anyway, that was Clint. He's in Old Hickory. Kilo Mike 4, Mike X-ray Echo. Great signal out of Old Hickory. Who else is any place anywhere? One more time. I know it's Alpha Mike India. What's the prefix again? Oh, there you go. Your signal's very low today, Adam. No, very good. I mean, it's almost like you drop the antenna down to the ground.
That's terrible. I wonder if
Yeah, well, your signal strength is about a little over 2, which isn't too shabby. I mean, usually I can hear, but it's like your audio dropped off. Well, maybe I don't know if it's your hand mic or what's going on.
very strange. Very strange. But yeah, not much on my end. I've been working on the old house but I wanted to take a break to try to think of that.
Yeah, I got mixed up again. It is November 1, right? Yeah, I was all messed up on what I wrote down here, Adam. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I don't know. I'd get to the bottom of that because your signal is usually much better than that in terms of audio quality. Much better. This is very light. If you listen to it on the web, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Usually about 40 over to you. So yeah, check it out. See what's what.
Well, see, our net is good for something.
Roger that. Hope everybody's well, and I think we're doing the net as always.
All right, very good. That's Adam. And I messed up his call and his name and hit him all wrong there. It's Adam Whiskey 1 Alpha Mike India, and he's in Gallatin. But I guess that's a good example right there. When it doesn't happen a whole lot, but people realize they have problems with their mic or with their push the talk button or their antenna or what's going on, because this signal is usually killer out of Gallatin. Anyway, anybody else, any place, anywhere?
Comment.
Go ahead, Mike.
I couldn't hear him at all, Paul, and I'm closer than you.
Wow. Yeah, that's you didn't hear him at all. That's interesting because, like I said, he normally has a killer signal. Huh. Well, he'll get to the bottom of it now that he knows there's a problem. Anybody else, any place, anywhere? Hey, what you doing, Alan?
Oh, finally home during the weekend, and son was visiting, so I couldn't go to the breakfast. Had my opportunity, but family got in the way, so sorry about that.
Well, usually, and I say usually, family's more important than us.
Yeah, I've got to, man, it's been a long time, so I've really got to have an eyeball view so with everybody, just to associate the faces with the voices.
Well, that's the problem is you're going to see us intermittently, so all of a sudden you won't recognize us because we got a couple years older.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, finally got home and got here, and the weather just won't let me do what I
Yeah, well, you home for long?
No, I got a couple more days and then off to Tokyo.
Oh, really? Well, I would. Well, I'm not going to say how you feel about your job, but I would think that would. While it seems exciting, it sounds like it's somewhat tedious doing those kind of routes.
Well, yeah, especially because I'm an old man, and not just ham radio old man, but I'm getting older. Man, I tell you what, it now takes me 2 days to recover, and this is day three, and I finally got enough energy to sit down, and I'm doing the real trudge work. I'm trying to get all the papers together for. Sorry to mention this, but taxes.
Oh yeah. So when you do those Tokyo runs, where are you flying out of for the primary start? Then?
Yeah, all of my trips generally start out in Chicago, so I got to get to Chicago, and then of course Tokyo is like 12 and a half hour flight, so it's a long day, and then you know try to recover there and get back. And, um, it's pretty tough. The worst ones are probably the ones where you're flying on the backside of the clock for your time. Those are better.
Yeah, I'll bet. Well, I know a little bit about what you're saying. If you do a lot of traveling across time zones, it messes you up, and you don't even realize how much it messes you up.
Yeah, and with this job, like if you're on nights or swings or something like that, you're there for a month or two, and you kind of your body sort of climatizes to it. With this job, you never do get used to it, and so that's why it's kind of tough. And a lot of times I'll come home and I'll catch something, and that probably did that this time. So I got some crud going now, so I got to recover from that. Yeah, I'm getting old.
Yeah, well, join the club.
There you go. So yeah, appreciate you taking care of the net again, and we'll turn it back to you. K4AM.
Very good. That's Alan, Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. He lives down. Well, he's got a remote base there in the Nashville Davidson metro area, but he's actually down south a little bit. Good to have you on. I'm glad you're home. I'm glad you're recovering from something, and I said traveling from a big trip to for wherever. That was Alan. Anyway, anybody else? Any place, anywhere? I got all night. I'm not gonna sit here all night, but I got all night. You can always check in after the net. I'll be here. All right, very good. We had 26, 29 people on that. Kind of an average these days, somewhere around 30. And good to have everybody there. We're going to move right over to wherever I said we were going to be. We're going to be on 144, 240. That's it. 144. Yeah, 144, 240 upper sideband. That's where I'll be momentarily. K4PD. This is Kilo 4 Pop Echo Whiskey with a Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Looking for check-ins on 144, 240. Starting from the, wherever I was. Starting from the south. Please come in.
Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor.
Yep, sound terrific, Larry. You're doing well. That's Larry, Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor in Walter Hill. Who else is Sal? Nobody else, Sal? Check in later. East, please come in. East, anybody east, south or east? Southeast or north?
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo.
All right, a double or a triple in there. We had Frank in there. We're at Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. Sounds great. Who else was in there?
WB0 Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet Golf Oscar November.
Okay, I had 3 in there, but I had Mark in there. Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar. That was Mark. And then we also had, who else did we have in there? We had, I believe it was Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Danny. Is that who that was?
Yes, sir.
Very good. That's Danny in the Gallatin. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. And I believe we had Jim. Dang, I can't even get Jim's KE4TYJ. That's what it is. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet in Woodbury, kind of north of Woodbury. How are you copying people from your end, Jim?
earlier than others. So it's kind of a crapshoot where they are and where I'm pointing at right now. There, go ahead.
Okay, very good. Oh, that's right. You're on the beam on this one, and you're going to be on 6 meters on the loop on the next net, right?
No, probably not. I'm on 75 right now, and the beam wasn't. I mean, the loop wasn't really tuning up on 6 meters the other day when I was trying it. So I don't know if it just got too much water, or I have no idea. So it's I don't think it's going to play on 6 meters today.
I got you. Anyway, that was Jimmy, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet down in Woodbury. Who else is south or east? Southeast or north? Southeast, north, or west?
KM4, Wild F, Mike and Billshire.
See, I didn't forget west.
Did you get Mike?
Yeah, I got Mike this time. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. I sure did. I was copying. Mike didn't realize I was talking to him, I guess.
No, I didn't.
Well, now you do. Oh, you sound good. You copying everybody tonight?
Yeah, I've copied everybody so far. Did you say Wes was in there? If he was, I didn't hear him.
No, west. West.
Okay, gotcha.
I did talk to Wes earlier tonight.
Good deal. Is he doing all right?
Yeah, for a young man, he's only 40, early 40s, 41 maybe. I'm jealous.
I didn't realize he was that old. Doing all right.
Yeah, anyway. No, I think that's how old he is. Yeah, no, he looks like a pretty young guy. He's young and fit, so that's what makes him look younger.
Well, I guess so. I wish I looked like he did.
Well, I think it's too late for that.
Thanks for reminding me.
Anyway, that's Michael, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. He's in Belshire. Anybody else, any place, anywhere on west or otherwise?
KG4, LV, Jack and Donaldson.
Oh, nice, smooth signal there, Jack.
Well, thank you very much.
No, it sounds great. Again, it just sounds almost like FM. And truthfully, you always sound better than Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I have tweaked my parameters on my microphone, so it's good to hear that. I appreciate it. Because Otis was my soundboard, and so I don't have him anymore.
Well, it sounds, you've got the good bass that sounds more like you in that, how you got it set.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I'll keep it where it is then.
Yeah, no, it sounds good. Unless you want to take some other time just to tweak it in one direction or the other. But this one sounds really good.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, Paul.
Yeah, very good. That was Jack and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Anybody else? Okay, I heard the old Hickory station, but I heard Greg in there first. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. How are you copying people tonight, Greg?
Just so actually.
Yeah, is it your antenna issue, or do you think it's a location issue?
I'm not sure. Seemed like a propagation issue to me.
Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. Because Jack's been pretty good to me, but then I'm in the center here. And Jack's only about 10 miles from a great signal out, to that direction. But you're about, I'm going to guess, I forget what it was, 10 miles, maybe 12. And yours isn't, the signal quality isn't as good in your direction. So I'm guessing there's some issues with propagation.
I wouldn't doubt that at all. Yeah.
All right. It was Greg, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo in Antioch. That old Hickory station, who was that?
Kilo Mike 4, Mike X-ray Echo, Clinton, Old Hickory.
Oh, yeah, very good, Clint. Yeah, I heard you good story. You were just doubling in there, and all I heard was the old Hickory part. And I was pretty sure that was you, though, because I don't think there was another old Hickory person in there tonight. That was good signal, though. Who else is that's Kilo Mike 4, Mike X-ray Echo? That's right, Clinton, Old Hickory. Who else is west or anywhere?
Kilo 4 Alpha Lima, Alan.
Hey, very good. You're able to band switch pretty easy from that remote location, huh?
Well, I hope you get. I've got a kind of a radio set up anyway, so that's a good question for you. When I check in, am I supposed to check in to where the transmitter is at or where I'm at?
You know us, man. It's a no rule. You can check any place. You can self-identify, man.
There you go. All right. Well, I'm at home in Alexandria, so I
Yeah, you'll never hear me admonish someone for checking in from a location I don't think is their location because it just doesn't matter. I just do this for a convenient way to segregate the 4 quadrants, you know.
Yeah, there you go. So, all right, well, back to the net. K4M.
Yep, Kilo 4 Alpha Lima, Alexandria, Tennessee slash Old Hickory slash, or not a slash. Who else? Any place anywhere? Nobody any place anywhere? All right, we had 11 check-ins, and we're going to move over to 6 meters then. Mike, would you make that announcement, please, over on 2 meters? Is that a yes?
Will do, Paul.
All right, very good. 50.135 will be there in a minute. K4P. All right, this is K4PW, the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 6 meters. Looking for check-ins, please come now. Anybody on 6 meters, please come now from the south or anywhere. Hold on, I did have great, hold on. Need a new pencil. Hang on. No, you did. There was some issues there. I did hear Greg though. Greg and Antioch, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Who else was in there? Ah, very good. Frank is in there. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo. You sound good. Who else was there in there? I got that. Boy, we got the mess. We really double and triple when I don't break it down into areas. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Let me do this. Anybody else? That was Jack, by the way. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. You sound good, Jack. Who else is west? Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. I got you in there, and I got Kilo Mike 4 Yankee. I'm sorry. Yankee Romeo Foxtrot in Belshire. That's Michael. And Alan, Kilo 4 Alpha Lima in Alexandria slash, what do you call it? Slash Old Hickory. Who else is in there west? South, east, north.
84 Juliet.
KD, is it KD4 Golf Lima November? Is that what you said?
Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November.
Oh, Oscar November. Okay, I thought I was hearing a new call in. That's what confused me. You sound good. Which antenna are you using on this band?
40 meter dipole.
Yeah, it sounds good. You're doing a good job there.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's Danny. Danny's in Gallatin. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. How are you copying other people, Danny? Okay.
I can hear them. It's not much of a meter movement.
Oh, no, I understand. As long as you can copy them, and in this case, would all that be important? Because I've seen, and I'm sure you have too. You'll see no meter movement, and I can copy them well. I've seen that lots of times.
Yeah, we're about almost due north and south. I was looking at the map there, and so it's a straight line between us.
Oh yeah, just about. Well, let me move on here. I was Kilo, excuse me, Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? Nowhere, any place, north, south, east, or west. Lollygaggers, lurkers, and sandbaggers. All right, it's K4P. Closing out the net. We had a good time. We had 7 on the 6 meter net. We had whatever I said there, 11 on the 2 meter upper side band and 29 on the FM net. So have a great night. K4PEW. Closing the net.
Hey man, conditions are great on 6 meters tonight. It's almost no noise at all. KM4 WOW. Hey Paul.
Yo.
Almost.